Welcome everybody to a 100% walkthrough and achievement guide for the 1998 classic Banjo-Kazooie, released by Rareware and most recently added to the Nintendo Switch Online. I'm going to show you what I think to be the easiest path to getting every achievement, every jiggy, every note in the game. So I'll just get right into it. First we'll start a new game and sit back for a long cutscene. After the cutscene, your adventure will start. Come straight out to meet Bottles for the first time. You can hold down the A to speed up the dialogue. If you've played this game before and know all the moves, you can hit B. I'm playing this on the Rare Replay on Xbox One, or you can hit A to learn all the moves. And he'll start by telling you to push X to talk to him at all of his molehills. And you'll have your first one at the top here. Here he'll explain how to use the camera. And go to the left to this first area, where you'll learn how to jump and how to jump high. So first just jump, and then jump and jump again in the air to glide. And then crouch with left or right trigger and jump for a high jump. Then go straight past them to our very first extra honeycomb. Collect 6 of these to extend your life bar. After that, come around back the way you came, and we're gonna go counterclockwise around the whole area. Come up this hill, and we'll learn how to attack. So first, stand still, roughly close to the carrot, and hit X to do our claw swipe. And then simply do it a second time. The carrots can't hurt you, so don't be afraid. And then we learn our most common attack. Use it on these onions, and Bottles will give you another second one. And then we'll learn our second most common attack. Attack in midair to get Kazooie to peck out people's eyes. Kill the second cauliflower. And we've learned all the basic attacks and gotten our second extra honeycomb. Continue around the outside. You now have more enemies that drop regular honeycombs that refill your life in case we do get hit. Activate this molehill to learn the beak barge. Crouch and hit X to do a charge attack. And immediately use it to bust these boulders. Does not matter what order you do them in. And the last one you hit will always have a third extra honeycomb. Continue around past this tree to the next molehill where Bottles will explain how to climb. Go past that tree and over this bridge to this tree and climb to find an extra honeycomb. Then turn around and head towards the waterfall, and if you go up the ramp on the left, you can jump across these platforms, and you'll have to glide mid-air jump to this last one to find a fifth extra honeycomb. If you want, you can glide to the back of the waterfall for an extra life, and then jump in the water. Come down under the bridge. And climb out. And talk to this molehill right here. And you'll learn how to swim. And you've learned all the moves in Spiral Mountain. Going back into the water and go around to the left and underneath the ramp, you dive, you get the last extra honeycomb. You can hold X to swim fast and A to swim slowly but more accurately. Climb back out. Go back across the bridge. Come back down to the ramp. Now we've done everything there is to do in Spiral Mountain. So all there is left is to come around and up to the top of the mountain itself. Go across the bridge, which is broken until you learn all the moves, or if you skip to the training, it will automatically be fixed. And we get to start our journey proper. First thing we want to do is cut to the left and climb up these rocks to find the first Jiggy of many. Jiggies are the #1 main way that we are going to progress the story. Jump down and go across to this area for the first level. To access levels, we have to use the Jiggies on paintings, the first of which being to the right here. We stand on this plinth, and Bottles will explain how to fill in the paintings using our Jiggies. So push A to fill it in, And we unlock our first world. Mumbo's Mountain. So come back into the mountain, and let's get started. First thing we want to do is go to the right. Bottles will explain how many moves are in here. We've got an enemy you can kill, just to get them out of the way. A note about honeycombs, they will stay here for as long as you're in the world. So unless you actually need a honeycomb, I like to leave them there. And then if I do get hit, I've got some extra honeycombs lying around that I can go grab. The first thing we're going to do is backflip up here to get our first Jinjo. And then drop down the back for our first Mumbo token. Then we're going to come up the steps over on this side. High jump up here. Cannot walk on this hill just yet. And we're going to ignore these termites and come to the right. Up to this area. We'll take care of him. Whoops. And over here we'll learn our first new move, which is a ground pound. Jump on top of these to get our first of many notes, and then use the ground pound on each of these huts. First one's got 5 notes. Second has blue eggs. More on those later. Third one has an enemy. Fourth one has the green Jinjo. Fifth one has an extra life. And the last one has a Jiggy. As this Jiggy explains, there's 10 in each world. So this is the first. And you get your first achievements. Get the Mumbo token under these stairs, and high jump into the Mumbo Eye for another Jiggy. This is Mumbo's hut. We'll be returning to that later. But until then, come back. Ignore the termite hill. And come up here to collect more notes. Cut over here to learn a new move. This is probably the most used ability in the entire game because it not only lets you walk up steep hills, but lets you walk faster in general. But come to the middle for another Jiggy. And around the back for a Mumbo token. So as long as you don't mind the annoying noise, you can get some eggs there if you would like. As long as you don't mind the annoying noise, then you can use the Talon Trot all the time to increase your speed. But just come up here. You have to use the Talon Trot to get up that incline. Get these notes and the orange Jinjo. While still holding the Talon Trot, head down this hill. If you're not trotting, then you will slide down. But with it, you can walk around and get several notes and the yellow Jinjo. So walk all the way around, get all these notes. Bottles will mention the first note door. And then come up these stairs to get some more notes, and then return back, and let's handle this gorilla. He's gonna chuck oranges at you. You want to stand on top of these blocks so that the oranges hit the blocks and dodge out of the way before you get hit yourself. So stand on the block, listen for the whoosh noise, and then move out of the way to get another Jiggy. Then climb up his tree to grab an orange. Jump off and head this way to the back to give an orange to Chimpy. He'll raise the platform and unlock yet another Jiggy. Stand at the edge of the stump and high jump up here to get our last ability for the world, which is the ability to fire eggs. You crouch, and if you hit Y, Kazooie will shoot eggs out of her mouth like a cannon, or you can hit B to fire them out of her backside as a small lob shot. Bottles gives you 50 to work with. You have a maximum capacity of 100. Come over here, get these eggs, jump over these stumps, get this Mumbo token, continue around for the first witch switch. There are one of these in every world, and they unlock a Jiggy back in Gruntilda's lair. Backtrack the way you came. Come up here, wait for him to throw some oranges at you. He's gonna throw, I think, 3. There you go. Hit him, and then he'll throw an orange. Hit him again, and he'll throw another orange, and then hit him one more time. And he'll give you a Jiggy. He'll still throw oranges at you, so be careful. Come over to this area. You can talk to this guy if you want. Watch out for the bull. He is unkillable. Grab the notes on the bridge, and then return back and glide to the blue Jinjo to get another Jiggy. And then let's go in here and swim underwater to get these notes. Remember, I always hold X for speed and A for precision. We'll leave from the back corner here. Go ahead and Talon Trot, and we can now climb up this hill to get these notes. And another Jiggy. Head back to the Termite Hill. And now that we have the Talon Trot, we can climb up these first 2 platforms to get this Mumbo token, which we'll need. We need 5, but if you try to keep going, it becomes too steep even for Kazooie. So leave and go back to the Mumbo area. And let's tackle Mumbo's tower, Juju. Crouch down, and a helpful tip is if you hold down the trigger and the bumper at the same time, then you can use the left stick as an aimer for your egg shoots, egg cannon. So line up your shot, and then wait for him to spin around and shoot an egg, and the tower will start spinning faster, so you're going to want to shoot the egg sooner each time. So like now that the tower's facing left, and then when the tower's facing behind, and when you get down to the last one, don't shoot it. High jump up to the top, and then you can high jump to an extra honeycomb piece. There will be 2 in each world. And then you can take out the last of the tower for a Jiggy. And now we want to enter Mumbo's hut. He'll introduce himself and explain the rules. Before we do that, let's grab these notes. And if you want, you can use the pillar on without a fire to get up to the rafters for some eggs. But what you have to do is turn into a termite. And you get an achievement. Leave the hut. And return to Termite Hill. And the termites can walk on much steeper slopes than Kazooie can. So jump across, grab the notes in the middle to get all 100 in the world, which gets a message from Bottles and an extra life. Every world has 100 notes, and 10 Jiggies, 5 Jinjos, 1 Witch Switch, 2 extra honeycombs. Come out here and grab the extra life if you want. The extra lives aren't nearly necessary, because your life count resets to 3 when you save and quit. But climb up here for the 10th Jiggy. After the fanfare, we're gonna climb down the hill. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump over the railing towards the lake. So we want to head towards the lake, jump over the railing, and now that we can climb down this hill, which you cannot do as Kazooie, you can land in this little cave to get the second extra honeycomb of Mumbo's Mountain. And that is everything in the world. So we can now leave, get that honeycomb. And you want to leave as a termite. The reason you want to leave as a termite is so that you can climb up this mountain to get the Jiggy that was revealed from the Witch Switch. You cannot climb up here as Kazooie, so you have to do it as a termite. So do that, and head on out. The farther you go, you'll turn back into Banjo. And now that we have the talent trot, we can head up this hill, which you could not do earlier. Come up here for a honeycomb and a molehill. So, note doors are unlocked based on your current note total from all worlds. If you're following this guide, you'll never have a problem with them. Unlock the first note door, and you'll come into this area, where we'll have several things to do. First thing you'll want to do is come to the left, and into here, down the stairs, to unlock your first cauldron. These act as warp points around Gruntilda's lair. So once we find the second one, we'll be able to warp between the two. Behind the cauldron is a Mumbo token. And if you come across this way, you'll find a fairy named Brintilda. Gruntilda's nicer sister. Now about her, there is a portion of the game much later that acts as sort of a quiz show. And part of the questions of the quiz show ask personal questions about Gruntilda. And Brintilda will tell you these personal fun facts that can be used to answer those personal questions. And they're randomly generated each time you play. So my fun facts are going to be different than yours. So what I always do is open up like a Google document or maybe the Notes app on your phone or anything like that and jot down the Brintilda facts. And you'll notice there are portions of the facts that are shaking. Those are the randomly generated portions, and those I put in bold on my notes. So hit X to talk to her, and each Brintilda we find will give you 3 different facts. After talking to Brintilda, come to the next painting. Bottles notifies you how to remove jigsaw pieces. And once completed, we unlock Treasure Trove Cove, which we will tackle next time. Until then, stay safe.